Yeah, that's a one. Yeah.
Wagwan,
One, one,
wagwan. Woo, woo,
Yes,
woo,
yes,
woo.
yes, yes. Yeah, man, it's all about campus connection here on the Family Station Love 101. Good evening, Jamaica. Good evening, world. You know, this is international. Hello,
Uh-huh,
please.
uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
yeah. I am Jonathan Fletcher, and with me is my co host.
And Nesta Samuels. Hello, 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 everyone. We are in part two of a very, very exciting episode on youth, peace, and possibilities. And before we go any further, I would just like to say, Jonathan, it's good to have you back.
Yeah,
We
it's good
had
to be here.
a rough week last week, and I feel like it's because you weren't here. You know what?
Nah,
I
no,
needed to
man, you're
make sure
good.
you're at this show every Tuesday.
Guys, don't listen to her.
Yes, yes,
But it's
yes,
good to be
but
back. It's definitely good to be back
yeah.
this evening. And of course, we have to big up our sponsor because Campus Connection is proudly brought to you by Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. Let's have a word from our sponsors.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct. The security force, yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the force, but for the citizens, them same one. Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
All right. We certainly want to thank our sponsors. As Jonathan said before, we're proudly brought to you by the Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. And now we have, as I said, a very, very interesting show lined up for you. We're bringing to you guys a very special testimony brought to us this week by Aliana Spencer from Glenmuir High School. She's going to tell us why she chose Christ and why you should too. And then immediately after that, we have a creative, the owner of Craftmates JA, talking with us a little bit inside of our creative block feature. Her name is Danisha Atkinson. And she's going to just share with us, how she got started. What are some ways you too, if you're a creative out there, how you can excel in that space. And immediately following that, we'll have our main discussion, which this is really part two of this discussion on youth, peace, and possibilities. And we have, of course, Sergeant Andrew Williams joining us back from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we also have Andre Harris, the Vice President of the National Police Youth Club Council. And just for our listeners and viewers to really understand, Jonathan, there is a need to safeguard our young people, or to just overall help our young people to understand the importance of their role in advancing peace, in making sure that their environment is safe. And, a little bit was said last week about even what a community can do overall to ensure that our youth feel safe. And I feel like that is a needed discussion that we needed to bring back for this week.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm so very happy that this is something that we are focusing on. As you rightfully said, it's something that is super important for us
Mm-hmm.
to explore. And, we have a very packed show, a very
Mm-hmm.
interesting show lined up for our listeners. We have education news and bulletin, then I chose Christ, creative block, and of course we go into our main segment. But right now we're going to hear what's going on. We want to know what's going on campus. So we're going to take our education news and bulletin by Camille Lawrence.
Education news and bulletins for Tuesday, March 17, 2026. Partnership delivers Jamaican $2.5 million sewing lab for rehabilitation at South Camp Juvenile Correctional and Remand Center. The Ministry of National Security and Peace, through its We Transform Youth Empowerment Program, in collaboration with the Digicel Foundation, has officially handed over a state-of-the-art sewing laboratory at South Camp Juvenile Correctional and Remand Center. The facility, valued at Jamaican $2.5 million, was commissioned on Thursday, March 12. Speaking at the ceremony, Minister of State in the Ministry of National Security and Peace, the Honorable Juliet Cuthbert Flynn, underscored that hands-on rehabilitation remains central to Jamaica's correctional framework, particularly in shaping the future of young people. She noted that the sewing lab is a practical investment in the development of young women at the institution, providing them with marketable skills and a pathway to stability beyond its walls. The new facility is designed as a structured learning space where wards at the facility can build competencies in garment construction and related fields. It will equip them with practical skills to support reintegration into society. The initiative is further strengthened by partnerships with the Garmex Academy of the Heart NSTA Trust, which guided the design to meet industry standards, and the Forward Step Foundation, which will deliver sewing summer classes. And now for the bulletins. The St. Catherine High School celebrates ISCF Week 2026 under the theme Living Witness, Bearing Fruit, Sunday, March 15 to Saturday, March 21. The official church service was held on Sunday at Love Worship Center, 95 St. John's Road, St. Catherine, and a combined worship experience with Mr. and Mrs. Smith from Jubilee Worship Center yesterday, Monday, March 16, on the school grounds. This week's activities will include general devotion presentations from Kadisha Williams and Daniel Dodd tomorrow, Wednesday, March 18. The 14th annual health fair will be held on Friday, March 20, under the theme The Healthy Way. The health fair will begin with a devotional concert featuring Ryan Testify Davis, Alicia Taylor, Minister Michaelia Blake, Miss O. Thompson, Mrs. C. Mullings Wilson from Innswood High School, Nicolette Clayton, and the St. Catherine Dance Group. There will be free blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, BMI, and hemoglobin tests sponsored by the National Health Fund. Free doctor's checkup will also be offered from the Guardian Life Limited Mobile Medical Unit and other volunteer doctors and nurses. Free HIV testing will be offered by the Bashi Bus crew. Dental cleaning will be offered by Wellington Dental for only $3,000 for children, $5,000 for adults. Extractions will be $5,000. Enjoy booth displays, products, and services from ISCF Jamaica, Passion and Purity, Proactive Lifestyle, Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Consumer Affairs Commission, National Compliance and Regulatory Authority, Office of the Registrar General, VTDI, Heart NSTA Trust, RADA, JCDC, Infinity Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Jamaica Information Service, Yummy Bakery, PriceSmart Jamaica, and many more. Admission is free. Contact 876-456-7923 for more information. The ultimate gospel dance music experience is here. Praise Dance Release, Friday, March 20, 2026, starting at 6 p.m. at the Mary C. Cole Hall, UWI, Mona. Why praise? Praise Dance Release is a space intentionally curated for young adults, university students, and beyond to praise God through music, dance, and community. We are charging everyone listening to spread the word to a friend so that we can gather this Friday as an out of many one people to release our praises unto God. Whether you're ready to dance without apology like David, or you want to rock your tambourine like Miriam, just bring the gratitude. No pro moves needed. As long as your gratitude is louder than your two left feet, you are welcomed. This Friday, March 20 at the Mary C. Cole Hall, UWI Mona. Admission is free. The Students Christian Fellowship and Scripture Union, SCFSU, presents their monthly prayer meetings every third Saturday, starting this Saturday, March 21 at 8 a.m. via Zoom. Zoom ID 817-5054-1025, passcode Fervent. The SCFSU Jamaica presents Joint Inductive Bible Study Training, March 25 at 6 p.m. via Zoom. Zoom ID 853-2710-2761, passcode 953361. The Jubilee Worship Center presents the Interschool Worship Experience, April 3, 2026, from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Anointed worship, dance, drama, fun, fellowship, and much more. Rep your school, 36 Valdez Road, Spanish Town, St. Catherine. Lunch will be provided. Don't miss it. Save the date. The SCFSU Jamaica presents ISCF and UCCF Rally under the theme Unshakable Faith, Standing Firm in Christ, April 18, 2026. Look out for more details. That's the education news and bulletins for Campus Connection. I am Camille Lawrence.
All right, thank you so much, Camille, for the education news and bulletin. Guys, we're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica, and we would certainly love to hear from you. We're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities in this show. And coming up, we have a very, very interesting discussion lined up for you. And we'd love to hear your thoughts on that. You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp at 876-997-3125. But just hop into the live chat and say hello. Tell us your thoughts on youth, peace, and possibilities. Are our young people safe? What do you feel like we as a community can do to make them feel safe? You know, that's something we want to explore a little bit more in this show. But before we go any further, we have our I Chose Christ feature, which is brought to us this week by Aliana Spencer. She is from Glenmuir High School. Big up, Glenmuir. Let's listen in to her testimony right now.
Hi, good evening, listeners. My name is Aliana Spencer, and I am a lower 6 student at Glenmuir High School. And today I want to share a short testimony about how God has just transformed me, about how He has helped me. He has done things through me and with me that I never thought were possible. And just things that have grown my faith and shown me who God truly is and how powerful and how giving and good He is. So I am a science student. So in CSEC, my main subjects of focus were physics, chemistry, biology, along with the other 6 subjects that I did. So I want to talk about chemistry. For me, I've always done well. I've always known that, you just have to work hard, be disciplined to study, and that you get results that you wanted. So I, in first form, was struggling a bit. I didn't fully understand all the content, and I didn't do great on those tests and those exams. And even if I did do good, I still wasn't understanding. I was only swatting, so I wasn't able to use that after the test to help me. So in fifth form now, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try, I'm going to do better. I am going to push, I'm going to focus. I started going to extra class, doing all the quote unquote right things. And after getting back my first test grade, the test that I studied so much for that I thought I was going to do well on, I got back a grade that I wasn't pleased with. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And I felt so disappointed. I felt so crushed. I'm like, why couldn't I just get what I wanted? I felt I did everything right. And in the class, I cried when I got back that grade. I cried so much. I was so disappointed. And after that, it was really an uphill battle. Even with my major internal exam in fifth form, I almost failed the paper too. And it was just really rough. When it came time for CSEC, I had started doing some extra classes, but I was doing a lot on my own. I was pushing, I was watching videos, doing other things, and I was praying. I'm like, God, please help me to understand, help me to retain, help me to do my best. And I put out my best effort. And before the exam, I just asked God for a spirit of peace and calm. And on the exam, I saw a few questions I really didn't know. We were worth a lot of marks as well. But I'm like, all right, I can't stress about it. I know I did well regardless. And when the results came back, to my shock, not only did I get a distinction in chemistry, but at prize giving, I found out that I got the highest chemistry grade in CSEC for the entire school. And that just shows that God can do things that you'd never think are possible. I would have never believed. To this day, I don't believe that I did that. I know that God worked a miracle through me to show persons in my life that He can do anything. I just want to end with, I chose Christ. You should too.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful testimony there. Wonderful, wonderful testimony. We're going to jump to a quick break, but you want to stay with us. We have more Campus Connection after these messages.
Okay, where are the campus eyes? Students are strap up in a price. We see I want to go on campus. Young people are going on campus. Come on, tell me back one. Campus connection, that's one. Walk on campus. How we are carrying on campus. Come on, tell me back one. Campus connection, that's one.
Sagicor Investments, leading the way to wealth as the #1 dealer in value traded on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The time by Sagicor Investments is
5:46 p.m.
Listen on March 19, 2026 from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. as we share the National Budget Debate presentation from Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, Prime Minister of Jamaica, brought to you by the Office of the Prime Minister. That's the 2026-2027 Prime Minister's Budget Debate presentation, live on Love 101 FM, the family station.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct the security force. Yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the force, but for the citizens, them same one. Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
The Jamaica Customs Agency is ready and set to go to Montego Bay, St. James. This Friday, March 20, Customs meets the community. The Town of the Community Tour edition. Join us at our first stop, Ritter Village at 9:30 a.m. Then on Barnett Street at Consumers Meets Plus. Catch us at Fairview Town Center beside Progressive Foods. And afterwards, the grand finale is at 3 p.m. in Sam Shop Square. Come, get lots of information and enjoy the entertainment and leave with prizes and giveaways. That's Customs meets the community this Friday, March 20 in St. James as Montego Bay comes back alive.
Gee, you know say Mike no come.
Hold on.
No, sir. That sound like consumption. What that tuberculosis, aka TB.
Now all time something like that. After nobody now get that again.
So you think TB still the boat?
If you have a cough for more than 2 weeks with fever, night sweats, and weight loss, go to your doctor or health center and get tested now. Let's be vigilant and stop the spread of TB infections. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Okay, where are the campus eyes? Students are strap up in a price.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Campus Connection, which is proudly brought to you by the Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. Now, Jonathan, we have a very special guest on our show today.
Absolutely.
She is the owner of Craft Mates JA. Her name is Danisha Atkinson. Do you want to tell the people a little bit about her before we bring her on stage?
With pleasure. So, Craft Mates is an online craft store. I am really interested to find out about that. Specializing in educational charts that inspire learning and creativity. They create engaging, high-quality learning aids and custom craft pieces designed to support students, teachers, and parents while making education more interactive and visually inspiring. And of course, the owner of Craft Mates is here with us, Danisha Atkinson, to share with us about how you really bring this thing online, you know? That's quite intriguing. But anyway, Danisha, welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Hello, thank you so much for having me.
All right. Yeah. So, what do you mean online? Like,
so,
you do craft online now?
All right. So, there's not a physical location. So, in order for someone to get in touch, it has to be online. So, that's either Facebook, Instagram, or WhatsApp.
Love it. Love it. So you're basically like an Etsy, but specifically for craft.
Correct. And craft in terms of like school projects, like teachers uses charts and stuff like that for learning visual aids in the classroom. So like if they need a model of the heart or skeleton, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yes.
I
You know what
love it.
I love that you know your niche and
Yeah.
you are diving deep into your niche. Because you know a lot of people, Jamaicans naturally are hustlers. Like we try to find different ways to do all sorts of different things.
Right.
But
Right.
you've literally drilled down on this particular craft, if you will, and you are turning it into a business. That's actually beautiful. But I want to know how this come up though. Like why you decided to go into this?
So really and truly, I have been doing some form of crafting or something with my hand ever since. So in high school, I was doing food and nutrition. I went on to university. I did a food service degree in at UTech actually, and then after that,
Okay.
I started crocheting. So I've always been making stuff. I did hair as well. And then I've always heard from friends and family that, you're creative, you can do this. But what really started Craftmates was when I have a daughter, and when she was in grade 1, her teacher wanted something to be made. This thing that they use on the classroom door to advertise like the name of the grade and put little motivational stuff on it. So she wanted that, and she asked me if I could ask if I know anyone who did it, and I told her I would ask around. But then my partner decided to volunteer that we would do it. And I wasn't too happy with that, but we did it. And it turned out beautifully and she loved it. And then she started telling the rest of the teachers that we made it for her and we did some of the other charts and stuff like that. So it just blossomed from there.
I love that. And tell us a little bit about how long you've been doing this and what are some of the things you've been able to make over the years?
It has really been 1 year and a few months. Maybe
Wow.
1 year and probably 3 months, thereabout.
Mhm.
I've made height charts, duty rosters. Recently I've been doing the math hat that has been going on. It's math month, so across the country. So many schools are participating in that. I've made the anything but a bag. Recently I did one in the form of a astronaut backpack.
Wow.
I've made different charts, as I said, for teachers. So like charts about days of the week, months of the year, stuff like those.
Wow. So you're really keeping busy at Craftmates. But
Yes,
what about those moments though when you get a particular job? Walk us through the process. How do you decide that okay, this is the road that I'm going to go down with this particular piece?
All right, so it's based on the instructions given at first, and I usually ask the customer if they have anything in mind that they'd like that they want to share. If not, I usually Pinterest is my best friend, so I usually go on Pinterest and find ideas there. Sometimes find too many and then overthinking how should I really go about this. So yeah, that's basically the approach.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about those more challenging projects because I can't imagine that Craftmates being so into the educational space. I can't imagine that it's just all roses trying to have this type of business. What are some of the challenges you've had and how did you overcome it?
It has not been too challenging to be honest, except maybe if we want to say like having customers honoring their orders, that I learned a valuable lesson there, not starting an order before collecting the funds. So
Wow.
that has been one of the challenges. And maybe the ideas, trying to get some of the ideas, as you call the segment creative block, I've had some of those where I have to it and go and do something else and then come back to figure out what it is that I really want to do. But I'm still trying to maneuver the marketing space. I'm utilizing social media to get my presence across.
Mhm.
that's one of the challenges that I had in the beginning, but it's picking up now. I'm grateful for that.
Wow.
Okay. Well, we have some photos of your work. You ready?
Okay.
So, Sir Producer, you can go ahead and share some of the photos so our viewers can see what's going on. But in the meantime, in between time, we're seeing the charts, the different charts that you have done. I'm seeing where you have done stuff
And
like
these are really nice.
man, classroom jobs. So persons to sweep, persons to empty the bin, clean the reading corner, and different signs as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
Thank you.
pieces from Craft Mates. I'm seeing this hat from, is this a Bob Marley hat?
Oh yes, it was
Yeah,
for
man.
Bob Marley Day.
Nice, nice. Well, I'm not entirely sure what's going on in studio, but yeah, man, they are absolutely beautiful pieces. But if you want to see the work, you can of course go and check out her page, that is Craft Mates JA on Instagram and on TikTok. You will definitely see the different kind of jobs. But in the meantime, in between time, you have anybody you want to shout out? You know, anybody who has helped Craft Mates over the years? Like, big them up, man.
Everyone around me has been really supportive. I really want to thank my
Nice.
partner for putting in the effort and push me to actually start and take it on full time, because I was doubting myself at first, and he was there behind me to say, you know, you can do it, so just focus on that. And yes. So.
Wow. And just by way of encouragement, can you give just a final encouragement, your final thoughts to someone who may be considering going into this kind of crafting? Anything you want to share?
Just start. Like, stop second guessing and wondering if you should do it. Start. The market is there. You will find your niche. Just start with whatever you have. If it is just a cartridge paper and the scissors and a pencil, make your first order, then collect payment for that and stock up on supplies and take it from there.
Wow. Wow. Well, thank you so much, Danisha, for taking this time to share with us. I love what you're doing. I love the fact that you've taken the route of educational crafts. I feel like that is a niche, and I feel like it can only get bigger and expand from here. So we at Campus Connection, we just salute you and we wish you all the best in everything you do. We hope the business just grows and soars, and you'll come back with the success stories. And
Thank you.
We're just so proud of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All the very best for the future. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Danisha Atkinson, owner of Crafts Mates. You know, something that a lot of persons would not even think of turning into a business, but she's out here doing the thing. She's
doing the thing. She is doing the thing.
Love that. Yeah, and speaking about doing the thing, we have a pretty interesting discussion coming up after this break. We're talking about Youth, Peace and Possibilities, the Part 2 edition. We will have of course, Sergeant Andrew Williams, Community Safety and Security Branch from the JCF, Sub-Officer in Charge, Jamaica Constabulary Force National Safe School Program, and Andre Harris, Vice President of the National Police Youth Club Council. So you want to stick and stay for more Campus Connection after these messages.
See all my other face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired.
I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
Me not have no birth paper nor no ID. Them have all of my documents them. Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. Report suspected cases of human trafficking. Call the nearest police station 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security.
6 o'clock.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere by myself. They're afraid I will escape.
See how my other face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired.
I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the nearest police station 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
On March 28th at 6 p.m., John Mark Wigan presents his album launch, By Fire, live at the Jamaica College Auditorium. A 4D immersive worship experience where the atmosphere and the music pull you into the journey of refinement. By Fire features the likes of Kevin Downswell, Rondell Positive, Alicia Taylor, Gilead Collective, and more. General tickets are on sale, 4,000. Comfort tickets, 10,000. Tickets can be purchased at Jamaica Youth for Christ and Green Room Studios. Tickets are also available online at SpurOpen.com. It's By Fire. Be there.
Okay, where are the campus eyes? Students are strap up in a price.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. It is a very, very interesting show. I know I've been saying that all program, but I've been having fun. Have you been having fun, Jonathan?
Yep, it's a vibe. Definitely a vibe.
Yes. And we are going to continue in that vein. We have a very important discussion for you all. It's on youth, peace, and possibilities. And we're talking with Sergeant Andrew Williams, the Community Safety and Security Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. You would have remembered him from our last week's show. And we also have back again with us Andre Harris, the Vice President of the National Police Youth Club Council. And they're here just to help us to understand a little bit more about this issue of youth and peace.
I genuinely hope that you can hear me.
Coexist and work together. And so welcome to you, Sergeant Andrew Williams. Welcome to you, Andre Harris. Thank you for being with us on the show one more time.
I am not hearing anything.
We are hearing you. We are definitely hearing you. You know, all right. Seems as if we're having a bit of technical difficulty. We're going to see how best we can resolve that. But Andre, can you hear us? Awesome. Yeah, man. So welcome to the show. We're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. Very, very important discussion, I would say. Absolutely important. But before we get into the discussion, we want to listen to our campus Vox Pop. So please go ahead and play the Vox Pop. The question is, if you could design one program that brings young people and police officers together, what would it look like? So let's hear the responses.
I would create an interactive workshop program where young people and police officers come together for activities like role-playing real-life situations, conflict resolution training, and open discussions. It would also include opportunities for youths to share their experiences while officers explain their responsibilities. This would promote understanding and mutual respect.
I could design a program that helps bring young people and police officers together. I would design a sports and mentorship program where police officers and young people play on same teams in activities like football and netball. After each session, there would be a group discussion where they talk openly about issues affecting the community. This would help build friendship and break down stereotypes.
A program I would design. So I don't think it's something that has to be new, but something like a sports day where police and youth are on the same team to compete. That would make such a big difference, and it would make everyone feel relaxed. You know, you're on the same team with a police. I think that would be such a great initiative. Another thing is just community hangouts. So police coming to hang out with the youth of the community, playing board games, you play dominoes, Uno, whatever game it is. I think that is a really great initiative that can bring the young people and the police together.
Some very, very insightful ideas there from our campusites on the question of if you could design one program that brings young people and police officers together, what would that look like? And so we have with us again Sergeant Andrew Williams, and we also have Andre Harris. Now, Andre, you heard the question that was posed to our campusites. And can you tell us from where you sit as the Vice President of the Police Youth Club Council, how do these opportunities help to empower young people and steer them away from negative influences?
Hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, so nice question, and I love the young people. They're quite there. What they think about all these things is a really eye opener, and I was smiling about what I heard. So thumbs up to the ones who were talking. So interesting. So when we give young people the opportunity to for membership purpose, they're usually more likely to make positive life choice. And
we're hearing
go
you.
ahead. We're hearing you.
Yes, and also it helped me personally to help me personally as a PYC member, to shape myself in the proper way. It grew me, it showed me a lot of ways how to become a better person and a better version of myself. So definitely we at the National Police Youth Club of Jamaica is willing to go beyond to help our youths in today's society and in Jamaica and wider population.
Wow. And I must say that I'm really happy that the Police Youth Club still active and out there. Really, really important for organizations like this to be active in our communities. With that being said, many young people want to make a difference in their communities, but they may not always know where to start. You'd agree, right?
Yes,
you
true.
see the different issues, you see going on, and say, boy, I really would want to help to make a difference. With that being said, how does one, become a part of a police youth club? How does the police youth club help young people to even make a difference? So it's like a two-part question there. So how can they become a part of it? And when they do become a part of it, how are they really going to make a difference?
Well, interesting. I like the question. So first thing, if you're in a parish, you can visit the nearest police station and say, hey, I want to be a part of that police youth club.
Okay.
And trust me, they will reach out to the relevant department, including the National Police Youth Club of Jamaica. We are on many social media pages. So if you can't get us on regular phone, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, we have TikTok. Also, you can visit the nearest community safety and security branch. And also, if you ask any of the other members around, other youth, I say, hey, I want to find a youth club. They will say, oh, police youth club. So even your police youth club is so big in Jamaica and the wider Caribbean, just say youth club, and it carry right to the police youth club. So it's a good way. We are trying our best to ensure that all persons know about the police youth club. And the other question was that you asked
the benefits, like what would they benefit from being a part of it?
Well, there's a wide range of benefits. One of the benefits that you get to accurate knowledge of whatever happening, what the laws and the responsibility as a young person, and also you get to be the better version of yourself. So if you're a person who's shy like myself, I know I can step out in the world and say, hey, my name is Mr. Andre Harris, the Vice President for the National Police Youth Club. If back then I wouldn't be on this platform, but the police youth club has shaped me into become the better version of myself. And when it comes on to education, we are big on that at the National Police Youth Club of Jamaica and also the Police Youth Club in the communities, because we ensure that we partner with Heart, Trust, NST, or other interagents that deal with youth to make sure that the youth have something. So any PYC member out there, they can come on platform and said they didn't achieve anything from police. I was like, because at least every youth have to leave the police youth club after they reach after 30 with at least a skill. At least a skill they will leave the PYC movement with a skill, whether carpentry, masonry, mechanic, customer service. They have to leave with something. It's like when you're going to school, you have to leave with a subject.
You know, I hear you talking and I hear such passion coming from you. And I feel like this is what will actually convince young people that this is something for them. Tell us a little bit about why you're so passionate. Like, how does the Police Youth Club overall support Jamaica's wider efforts to build peace in our communities and in our nation?
All right, so what we do as the national vice president, as the Police Youth Club, what we do, we go in the communities and build that relationship with youths and to let them know that the police officers not just who have on the clothes or have their weapons or support that behind that. And what we do is bring the police officers into those spaces, into those communities, and say, hey, the police officers you're not to be afraid of them. We are youths. We are with them 24 seconds. And we even have like events where police involved, football competition. Recently, we had a football competition in St. Thomas at the Paul Boga High School where police versus youths. And that bring the community like, wow, we could never know that JCF members would have football matches with regular civilian or youths. And trust me, that was a big step for the community. And I can tell you that now when I hear the community members speaking nowadays, they're like, wow, we love the police. And that just gives tears to know that Police Youth Club is changing life, changing person mental space, changing the way they think about police.
So, as Anesta mentioned earlier, we're really hearing the passion coming out when you're speaking. Andre, I really want to know, what has the Police Youth Club done for Andre Harris?
Wow. Personally, as I said, I was a person who don't like the crowd and would shy away from certain stuff, and Police Youth Club has changed that completely. Sometimes I go places to talk about PYC, and after I finished, I was like, is that me? And also, Police Youth Club has trained me to become a leader. And my job that I'm a supervisor at my company, and because of Police Youth Club, I could have get that title.
Wow.
And at a Police Youth Club, I can go and speak to different interagency about sponsorship because of how they train me to speak with persons. And you know, it just wow.
It's wow indeed.
Wow. And also because of PYC, I could have attained some certification by heart. When I just joined PYC, I don't have any certification more than just CXC, but I can tell you today, I achieved at least 5 skills certified.
Wow.
In general agriculture, farm supervisor, customer service, business management. And I still continue to grow as the PYC grows. I will continue to grow mentally, physically, emotionally, everywhere. PYC, it's like my baby.
Love that.
Wow. A man that has certainly been impacted, a young man that has certainly been impacted by his role in the Jamaica Constabulary Force Police Youth Club. I mean, he's just going on, and I hope our listeners, as you're listening, that you're hearing something that will, kind of change your mind about how you see the interaction between youth and police. We're jumping to a quick break, but when we return, more Campus Connection, we have Sergeant Andrew Williams, who will be coming on to share even further on youth, peace, and possibilities. Stay with us.
This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's 6:15.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct the security force. Yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the force, but for the citizens. Them same one. Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Spanish Town. Get ready for the St. Catherine Youth Explosion, igniting the fire of God throughout the nation. Presented by the 10,000 Men and Families Movement in association with the St. Catherine Ministers Fraternal, Jamaica Youth for Christ, Youth Reaching Youth, and the New Testament Church of God. Backed by the Jamaica Umbrella Groups of Churches. Hear the word from Apostle Courtney McLean, Reverend Dexter Johnson, Bishop Rowan Edwards, Minister Michael Moran, Ministry from Carrie Sales, Ducal Dyer, and the Genesis Praise Squad. Special appearance by Jabari, the young man who grew up in De La Vega City, became a pilot and won a jet. Join the marching band, Scouts, Cadets, marching from the hospital gate to the town center. The march starts at 4:30 p.m. Youth choirs, praise teams, drama, and poetry from youths across St. Catherine. Bring non-perishable food items as we pack a container to help those in the West. Sunday, March 29, 4:30 p.m. at the Spanish Town Town Center.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price.
All right, welcome back to Campus Connection here on the family station Love 101, proudly brought to you by Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. This evening we're having a fruitful conversation. We're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. It's the second edition of this discussion. On the phone line we have Sergeant Andrew Williams. Had a bit of technical difficulties earlier, but I am sure he's hearing me now. Sergeant?
I am hearing you, and I am so happy to be here.
Awesome. So happy to have you here. Wanting to bring you in on the conversation, of course. So Andre said a lot. And he spoke very passionately about the Police Youth Club, which is completely understandable. But we want to focus now on this aspect of it. So we understand that there is also a partnership with Heart NSTA Trust. And Andre would have mentioned that he would have benefited from this partnership. Could you tell us a bit more about this collaboration and how it benefits the members?
Oh, definitely. Thank you so much. And I was listening to Andre. I don't know if you ever had a proud moment, but I was listening smiling just to hear, as you mentioned earlier, the passion in this young man's voice.
Yes.
And Andre, we are happy that we were able to assist. You are a wonderful young man. You continue to motivate others. Never stop shining, sir. Never stop shining.
Thank you, sir.
Now, as it relates to our partnership with Heart NSTA, it is a welcomed partnership. Andre mentioned earlier some of the certifications that he has now acquired as a result of being a part of the Police Youth Club movement. And as he said it's just like that. Once you are part of the Police Youth Club, our aim is to ensure that at the end of every meeting, at the end of every session, you are more confident and you are more capable and ready to contribute to society. So in partnering with the Heart Trust NTA, it is so valuable because it provides access to certification, technical and skills-based training opportunities. He mentioned a few of the certificates that he has, and amongst other training, we have tiling, we have baking, we have auto mechanic, we have customer service. And one of the things we pride ourselves in, as we mentioned earlier, once you are part of our movement, whatever version you are when you get to us, our job is to ensure that you become a better version of yourself. And when we explained this to Heart NSTA, they saw the perfect opportunity to see that our goals tie perfectly into their mission, and thus that partnership was born.
Wow. So, Sergeant Williams, we do have a vox pop that we brought in earlier, but we did ask our campusites what are some of the things police officers could do to build a stronger trust with young people in communities, and these were some of their answers.
Police officers can build stronger trust by being more approachable and respectful when interacting with young people. Instead of only showing up when there is a problem, they should visit schools, youth events, and communities regularly to build positive relationships. Listening to young people and treating them fairly can make youth feel valued and understood.
Officers can improve trust by communicating better and avoiding unnecessary force or aggression. Simple actions like greeting young people, learning their names, and showing genuine concern can go a long way. When young people feel respected rather than judged, they are more likely to trust and cooperate with the police.
Some things police officers can do to build trust with young people in communities. So one, I think that police need to talk to us more, not only when bad things are happening or when something bad happens, but just regular conversations. And I think that would make a big difference. Another thing is that they should spend more time in the community in a positive way. So once again, not only when it's bad, not only when we have like curfews or things like that, but attending different events that the community puts on and just passing through and greeting the people. I think that is another thing that they can do to build trust with the young people.
All right. So, Sergeant Williams, you would have heard the responses, and I'm sure that you are aware that the government of Jamaica has been doing a lot of that, placing an emphasis on prevention and engaging the youth as part of a national security effort. But what would you say the programs within the community safety and security branch do to reflect just this wider approach to peace among our young people?
I'm happy you shared that vox pop and having some conversations with the youngsters or the youth that we engage. These are some of the concerns that they genuinely bring up. So in hearing this, I can say that this really is a voice that echoes right across the nation. As it relates to programs that we have on offer, you did make mention that we are on a path of pushing the program. So the Jamaica Constabulary Force through the Community Safety and Security Branch reflects a broader vision of the Ministry of National Security and Peace. And we don't focus solely on enforcement, but also on prevention and social intervention. So they mentioned in the schools, so we have the Safe Schools program. So we have Safe School initiatives to include mentorship programs. We have Peace Day concerts. The last Peace Day concert was in St. Elizabeth. That was at PET. We have the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Ponder Corner. We have music programs. We have the Sports and Technology program. We have the Live Good program. We have community outreach sessions. So there are a lot of programs that we have. We have set projects such as Project STAR and Multi-Care Youth Foundation. So the programs are there. But I've been listening to what the youngsters were saying, and we are genuinely working on this. We are engaging our students through the Safe School program. We're engaging persons through the Police Youth Club aspect. We're engaging them on the corner, having these conversations with them. Because here's the truth. Our approach is this. It will require not just consent, but communication as it relates to what is happening within your community and how best we can assist with our programs. There are many times that the approach is to just come in with a program and say that this will suit you. Our approach is transformational. We are asking you the questions. What would work for you? How can we assist with this? So there are many programs. I want to point you to as well our JCS page. If you take a look at our JCS page, we do publish once we have these initiatives. So if the public wants to know what is happening with the JCF, what programs we have on offer, what we're doing on a particular day, feel free to visit our social media platforms on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook.
Awesome.
Beautiful, beautiful. I am just really inspired, right?
To join the Police Youth Club.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired. I may have to call my parish. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, the truth is though, a lot is going on in Jamaica. We see it every single day. We hear it on the news and stuff like that. So it's good that we're hearing about these things. And you know, we often as well hear about the transformation of the Jamaica Constabulary Force through people, quality, and technology. So from where you sit, Sir Williams, how does that transformation improve the way the officers engage with the communities and especially our young people?
You're touching a topic that I am very passionate about. The transformation is real. As a police officer, I feel empowered. I am motivated to go out every single day and give 110%. The direction in which this JCF is going, again, is inclusive of our nation. We took an oath to serve and protect. And this, for me, is an opportunity to, again, tell you about some of the programs. So we're improving through professionalism. You will hear, "Good morning, sir. How are you? May I assist?" If we're having a situation and I don't want to use a ticket, I want to use just an engagement with you. If it's taking a while longer, you'll hear a police officer say, "Sir, ma'am, I know this is taking a while longer than expected, but bear with me as I ensure that this is done." Professionalism is there, effectiveness or responsiveness is there. But the focus on people means investing in training and the development of officers, especially in areas like community engagement and conflict resolution. You see this coming to life through our Safe Schools program I mentioned before, with our mentorship and our anger management. You see this coming to life through our domestic violence centers and through various community engagement initiatives that we have on offer. The truth is, the focus is on quality. This ensures that the service we provide to the public is professional, respectful, and accountable. You'll realize too that in having the conversation, you'll hear us say, "My name is Andrew Williams. I'm a sergeant. I'm attached to the Community Safety and Security Branch. Today, this is my purpose for being here. What is your name?" And that is the type of the experience that you will grow to expect and that you will be seeing. The focus as it relates to technology helps the police to respond more effectively and support modern policing strategies. This obviously improves the community safety aspect of it. Now, when you speak about technology, you heard recently regarding the drones, and we are in touch with what is happening across the world, and we are bringing that positive transformational policing to our citizens that, again, we took an oath to serve and protect. It's all about partnership building. Again, we're building safer communities with the consent of our citizens.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, we certainly appreciate the perspective. I feel like the Jamaica Constabulary Force and police overall, there is a stereotype that you all are dealing with, and I know it's probably not easy to overcome that stereotype, but you coming on the show today has certainly helped us all to just kind of understand a little bit more about what the Jamaica Constabulary Force is doing to help our youth, to help our nation as a whole. And we want to thank you, Sergeant Williams, and you, Andre Harris, for coming on and being a part of this discussion on youth peace and possibilities. We wish you all the best. We hope that you'll continue the great work that you're doing in our nation. So from all of us here at Campus Connection, thank you so much for being with us on this episode.
Truly grateful. Truly grateful.
Awesome. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of yet another show. We want to say special thanks to our team and also our guests, our listeners, and our viewers. Thank you so much for making it Campus Connection this evening. Next week, we have a special interview with Kishana Webb from the University of Technology, Jamaica. So you want to listen out for that. As well, we want to encourage you to know that Friday, March 20 is celebrated as World Home Economics Day under the theme, You Are What You Eat, Feeding the Future. That's it for the show this week. Campus Connection was proudly brought to you by Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. See you next week as we explore more things. Wagwan Pan Campus. I'm Jonathan Fletcher.
And I'm Anesta. We'll see you on Tuesday.
You're tuned to Family Radio broadcasting from Kingston, Jamaica. We're Love 101 FM, and the time is now 6:31. It's that time of day for us to bring you a brand